How you going, guys? Mason from Carl's Speed Shop. This week we've got a T-bucket of a customer's in. We've had this car in a couple of times now, just sort of do bits and pieces and then he takes it back and then we do a bit more. But this time around we've got a fair bit to do and we've already done a fair chunk of it. I'll run you through some of the stuff we've been doing on it. We've been setting all the carby linkages up on it this time around, welding in some fittings to the valve covers for his breathers. It's going to run a catch can out the front. Some things we've done in the past on this car was mount the radiator and fan, put all the headlight and front shock mounts on. We made up the cycle fenders for it, made the brackets and rolled all the skins up for it. We corrected the steering in this car, so one thing we did was we put a set of our CNC cut steering arms on it, which correct the Ackerman, common T-bucket problem, so we've got them in stock if you're after any. Another thing we also did was we made the steering arm a thicker and stronger steering arm because it was just your standard 2mm wall. It's now about 4mm wall. Because it's so long, it was getting a lot of flex and deflection in it. Yeah, we fitted all the steering to this car, so we mounted it through the floor. We used a Chevy Vega box. We did all the pedal assembly, mounted all of that in it, just done all the accelerator pedal as well. Mounted the shifter and the handbrake over in the passenger side there. Unfortunately there's not a lot of options to put the handbrake in a T-bucket, so yeah, the other things that we've done is we've made sort of the turtle, or the bucket lid, sorry. Just made a little fuel flap there under the lid here. I'll just take it off. So yeah, we mounted all of the fuel tank in this car. We mounted the battery in the back here. We've got his vacuum pump in there as well. Yeah, no room for luggage left, but he's got all the necessary items in there. I'll take it up now. So under the car here we did a few things. We put a set of Vikings in it, mounted the shocks to the chassis. That was the last time it was in here. We also did a tail shaft loop and just corrected a bit of the 4-bar geometry in the car. This time around I made up a 3-inch stainless exhaust for it. The customer really wanted the exhaust to come under the car. He didn't want the side pipes that most T-buckets have. So in order to do that, we had to go down to a 3-inch oval through here, which had its challenges, but got there in the end, and it still has 100mm clearance under the middle there to the ground. Just comes straight under the diff. Got some tiny little mufflers there, which I don't think will quieten it much at all, as this car's running a big block chev and a turbo 400. So yeah, it should be a pretty fun little car for him, I reckon. A couple of the other items that James has been working on is this Millerton sump. These are a race sump. Usually they don't come with a drain or a dipstick, so we've put a drain in the back there, and we've mounted a dipstick over this side for him because it is a street car and he wants to be able to check it. So yeah, that's a few of the things that James has been doing. He's also finishing brake pedal pads and a few little finishing touches, and then we should be pretty close to getting this apart for paint and panel soon. So